Hey gang, old big collector here. Thought I'd take you on a tour of a new version of the graphics editor that we have and run through some of the commands. If you haven't played with the graphics editor yet, certainly get yourself a fresh copy of it. By the time this video is posted, some of the new features that I'm going to show in the video will be included in the binary. So you'll find it in our development folders. Certainly get in there and grab yourself a copy of it. So I've been working using the new graphics editor. I've been working on a new sprite and my little wizard sprite here, and as you can see, I've already been making some changes to the palette colors to get the purple and the peach skin tones and the brown. So I've already jumped out of using the default palette colors. It's pretty easy to do with this version of the program. What you do is select P to jump down to the palette, where you would use your cursor keys to select your color, and then while you're down there, hit the E to edit the palette. So my wizard's got dark purple right now. I'm going to try to lighten this up a little bit with a lighter version of purple. I'll select the color with the arrow keys and hit enter. And now I can try out some different colors from 64 colors. Now, I don't know if I'm really crazy about that one, so I'm going to hit P and E again. And let's try a darker wizard here. Well, that's not too bad, but I think I like where I had him to begin with. So P and E again, and we'll choose the purple where he was at. And so I can do that with any defined color here. So if I want to change the face or the color of the beard, make it a little more gray, I can do all of that the same way. So one of the new features that Karl just introduced to the graphics editor as of last night is the requested feature to be able to animate your sprite while in the editor. Before, what we would do is we'd use the page up and page down key and sort of squint or focus your eyes at one sprite position so you could kind of get a sense as to the movement. That worked, but now we've got something even better here. So I want to animate my wizard sprite. So what I'm going to do first, I only have one. I just drawn the one here, so I'm going to hit C to copy. And I'm going to go down to the next one, down with page down, and hit V to paste. So there's two of them. Now I think I want a third one, so I'm going to go down to the third sprite and V to paste again. So if I page up and page down, I have all of the same sprite on the screen right now. Now, to make it easy for me to distinguish which one I'm editing, I'm going to go ahead and just pick a spot, an unused spot, on my sprite, and I'm going to place one color pixel on each one. So I'm going to hit P, and we'll put a red pixel on the first one in that position. We'll go page down, hit P again. I'll put a green pixel in that spot, and page down again, hit P, and I will put a sky blue pixel in that position. So as I page up and page down, that pixel's changing colors. So I can see as I begin to work on my sprite which frame I'm fooling with. It's kind of a little trick here to figure it out. So if you look down toward the right, you'll see FS, FE, and SP, and that stands for frame start, frame end, and SP is speed. And so I'm working with sprites 0, 1, and 2 for my three sprites. So I'm going to hit my A key. It's going to jump down to the frame start position, and frame 0 is the one I want to start with, so I'm okay with that. I'll arrow over with my cursor key, and frame end, since I've got three sprites I'm going to animate, I'm going to use my up arrow key to select 2, and my speed right now, it's 25. There's nothing wrong with that, so I'm going to leave it alone. So if you look very carefully at my screen, you can see the pixel flashing, the different color pixels that I put in. So now let's go ahead and go down to the second sprite, which has got the green pixel, And what I want to do is I'm going to start by just kind of animating the feet a little bit here. So I'm going to hit P, select brown, and I'm going to add a brown, and then go to purple. And what I want to do is I want to remove some sprites there. Now if you look at the feet, it's still animating, and now the feet are starting to look like they're moving. So let's go down to the third sprite, and I'm going to go to P and select brown again. This time I will put a couple more, back him up a couple more, and put brown, and let's put purple right there. So now take a look at the feet on the wizard. He's still animating over there. It's kind of looking like walking. So the next thing I want to do is I don't want just his feet to look like they're moving. If he's moving, he's probably going to have his cloak's going to be kind of moving around as he moves here. So I'm going to the second sprite, and I'm going to go ahead and remove some pixels for the cloak, so that his hat kind of looks like he's kind of moving there. And what I can do is, because I can do this kind of on the fly, I can just sort of test things out until I see kind of what I'm looking for here. Well, that doesn't look too bad. So now his hat's kind of moving. It's a given that I think his hand would probably move a little bit, I would think. So let's go ahead and grab the color I'm using for the hand, and the purple again. Okay, and now he sort of looks like he's walking. So my feet are moving. Could probably use a little more help there. His hand is moving. So as I animate this sprite, I'm going to rotate through the 0, 1, and 2 frames. It should look just like I have here. Well, now I've got some differences in my sprites that I can see as I page up and page down. So I really don't need that pixel up there anymore. So I'm just going to go to each sprite and go ahead and just remove that extra pixel, because I've got enough difference now between the two that I can actually see what is happening here. And so I don't think I like the way the feet are sliding on the first and last frame. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some purple back in, and perhaps a little brown here again, so it doesn't look quite as much like he's sliding. And now we've got movement in our sprite. So, you know, I'm not an artist at all, and this has made this really, really easy to add some simple animation to my sprites. So let's try it in a basic program. So I'm going to hit save, and save it as wizard.spr, and we'll exit out of here. And I will load I already got a little framework put together, wizard.basic, and edit. And what I've done is I'm just loading the wizard SPR, placing it on the screen, and then using the animate command. So let's see what it looks like at 25 speed. And that's perfect. It's loaded my alternate color palette. And my wizard looks like he's kind of animating. And so if I were moving him to the right across the screen, he's facing the right direction. If I needed to go back the other way, I would just use the mirror function of the load sprite command, and he would flip the other way so he could run back to the left. So great work from Karl Roadster on the forum for upgrading the graphics editor. Once again, it's continues to be a work in progress, but every single time I get a copy of it, it's a little better than last time and has some more features in it. If you haven't played with it yet, graphics editor is also capable of loading fonts. And with the little conversion program, convert the C64 fonts, there are well over 600 fonts now that you can pick from and load into your program. So I'm going to go back to the editor, and I'll just show you the font capability if you've not played with that yet. So run GRPHEDIT.BIN. Okay, I'm back in sprite mode. Instead of loading my sprites, I'm going to switch modes with the M key, and now I'm in my sprite editing mode, and it's just, these are the default sprites here that I can choose to work with. If I hit G, it stands for choosing which group of sprites I want to work with, and I'll hit the enter key. So now I've got group 6, 7, M, and N on the screen. What's kind of cool about this is if you want to draw some background imagery that is the same size as a sprite, it's now really easy to do so. So if I grab these 4 tiles in my font and change this to a giant chest, a brick wall, what have you, as long as I display them on the screen in the same position, the 6, 7, MN, it will look perfect. It will look like it should. And of course, if you wanted to save these characters for a scoreboard or save them for text in your game, you hit G again, and this particular font just has them as blanks, but the lowercase letters and characters are in the bottom. And so there's our AB section. I think it's AB, and underneath it's like OP or QR if you want to use 4 of them in a group like this. So definitely get up on our development section and grab yourself a new copy of the graphics editor today. That's the GRPHEDIT.BIN file. If it's been a while since you've updated Mode 4, we made some significant fixes to Mode 4 about a week and a half ago. So if it's been a little while, grab yourself a new copy of the Mode 4 MDE as well. So hope this helps with the game contest. We've got some more great tools to use, and we'll see you guys on the forums.